Привет, Yulia. Как дела? I hope that this message finds you doing better. I understand that the weather is very cold in Ukraine. It reminds me of that times when I was living in South Korea and we would have to go out and do training outdoors in the winter and those negative temperatures, those below zero temperatures. And so I know what it's like having to be out there in the bitter cold, and unfortunately, uh, it the air has its grips on the facility that you're in. So I'm hoping that you're able to keep warm throughout the remainder of the season, and that you're able to get better. Today, I want to just simply take the time to congratulate you on your nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. And I pause with that because I look at you being in prison today. And as you can look behind me, if you look behind me, you'll see there are people around me, okay? And the thing that I look at when I see people, here I am in San Francisco, and I look at people, and there's a serious gap going on with what's happening in America and what is happening inside of Eurasia. I take the time to mention this in this particular video because, honestly speaking to you, Americans, and I try to give it just a little pause so you may hear a few comments, because these people outside these windows can hear me talking. But Americans fear your imprisonment. And I must tell you this. Anytime I move to present to you a video, I have to first clear my mind because of the people around me are so afraid of the lies, afraid of the manipulations. And the sad thing about it is that no one in America is actually for you. And I say this because I hear what's going on when there's no camera. I hear what's going on just by talking to you on YouTube or sending you a tweet and then walking down the streets and listening to what everybody has to say about it. Because if truth was told, Americans feel like they are the ones who have you in prison. And that is, to me, a very interesting situation. As you just seen that, I don't know if you seen that walking directly at you and the lips reading, talking about this Ukraine and all of that. But what I'm saying to you is that the situation is interesting because of my company. Because my company stands right here in San Francisco to say that I will not do any business inside America. However, the whole rest of the world is hollering about my company. the likelihood of me serving in other communities. I get tons of feedback. And the reason why I'm mentioning my company uh, in this discussion with you is because what Americans can see through my company is that America is in complete failure. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to answer or feel like they have to give an explanation to anybody. They just continue doing the things that they're doing. But when I walk into the United States and saying, hey, you guys, I have the resources to destroy you. What I mean by the resources to destroy you, I mean that God, His will, His word, His works in my life has led me to this moment in time where I'm able to see the truth about America as I have set out to start a business. The truth about America, when I look at God, is doomed. And I can look at your imprisonment and I can understand why. Because this is a society that is broke, busted, and living in full disease. Now I can move this conversation right into cocaine, but that's not what this conversation is about. It's about congratulating you on your success. And I just want to let you know that part of your success as we move forward and you getting ready to look at this Nobel Peace Prize and many more a lot more recognition to follow, what's at the bottom of that is U.S. destruction. Because let me just put it to you this way. The U.S. is in self-destruct mode. And it has crept into the Ukraine. Just today or yesterday, I read a cocaine bust, 30-something keys. I could see Yanukovych on television, online on Twitter, making fatal mistakes. That basically says that I'm trying to expand under the United States. When does the Ukraine expand? When there's no Yulia to tell Ukrainians we're free and independent. What we must do is go out and teach others how to be free and independent states. And as we do that, we become interdependent. But when you have someone who don't even understand that idea and have to constantly watch you on camera just to get an idea, then you find that the United States is involved. A lot of it is because I hear it and I see it on the news. I see it on it's actually, documented. You can find every court case that is involved around your company. It came out of America. Not every court case, but when it came down to personal attacks we found in America. So we see that America has already been ugly to the Ukraine, only to try to enter Russia. And now you can see that they're trying to utilize a NATO missile defense as their form, as their ticket to say that capitalism controls the world, but that won't happen. Why? Because you see, people like myself and yourself are still fighting for what is right. Now, when it comes to fighting for what's right, my God has won every time. And the cool thing about this particular moment in time is that God has allowed me to see how He moves over a whole span of time. Like Jody, I've been over this situation for the past 100, 200 years. So there's really so much information inside of me that I want to share, but it covers so much amount of time that I have to sit and think how to pull it out without overfilling or you know, or just not hitting the right points. So that's why I look forward to the rest of our lives, because there's just so much that we can uncover. But right now, today, I just wanted to say, keep your head as high as you possibly can, because what we need to happen is clarity. The U.S. is coming clear, and Ukraine is coming clear. Okay, but what we need to focus on is realizing that when it comes to the Ukraine, this is one administration and it does not reflect the entire country. However, when there's a cocaine bust of 34 something keys, then that leads to concern along with the rest of Europe. Because what we can see in Europe going on is the same thing we see in America going on. Failure, systemic failure. So at some point in time, we're going to have to cut it. And that's what I'm holding on. But I can't put it all in one video. So I just wanted to say congratulations on your nomination. Okay. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to talk to you about the Keystone Pipeline. And if I don't talk to you about Keystone Pipeline tomorrow, it's only because the Harper and Hugh, the presidents of China and Canada, are already meeting right now. But it is a great tale of wisdom and fools that is going to help define even more what actually is taking place in the world today that has created such mayhem. And that's what we're getting to the bottom of. So again, I hope you're getting better with each passing day. Until the next video greeting. Paka.